what's going on, guys? My name is Kjwippy, and welcome back to another episode of Nerdcraft SMP. Now, in the last video, we worked a lot with the copper golems, and kind of just went over a bit of the stuff with the new update and how they worked and stuff. But today, we're going to be making a copper shop, because I want to. And if I remember correctly, there should be a hole somewhere around here where a trial chamber is. And straight up what we're going to do is we're just gonna go tear down a trial chamber, steal all of its copper, and then resell it. And I am fully aware that Mysterious also sells copper blocks. Hello. So I want to make sure that our prices are competitive, and we also don't just sell blocks. We'll be selling bars, and the trapdoors, and all that stuff too. So, yeah. Where am I? So let's start getting this place cleared out and start killing off all the dudes that are in here and getting us some sweet copper. Oh, and also we're going to prioritize only getting the oxidized ones, because that way I can start to unweather them towards my own preference, and I can have it where I can sell specific oxidizations instead of just selling one or the other. That should hopefully help out a lot and also entice people to actually purchase things, because waiting for things to weather is not fun, and I feel like there should be some kind of process to speed that up. Mojang, if you're watching this for some reason, hi, but also please add a faster aging thing for copper. Without further ado, let's speed this up and get us some copper. We're about an hour in, and only 2 rooms of this place really have been decimated. I haven't taken any of the grates or most of the bulbs or anything like that, because I'm trying to just focus on the main copper blocks, because those are the things that you can do the most with. But honestly, this is a pretty solid haul. I have been grabbing a bunch of the oxidized cut copper, so that way I can do detailing on the building for the shop, but for the most part, it's just going to be these. And I do have a bunch of these at home still for when I was going to work on my mega base, but I feel like a copper shop is a bit more of a priority right now, considering that we are Oop, I missed one. But yes, I have plenty of copper back at home still from my mega base stuff, but I'm going to be taking a break from that because I want to focus on the new update stuff, and so that means getting all of this copper together for the copper shop. So you can make copper nuggets. What are copper nuggets? Oh, the lanterns probably, huh? Okay, and then, no? So then there's the copper bars. How do you make oh, that's right, trapdoors. Doors. Okay, so unfortunately you can't make pre-oxidized versions of any of the actual like copper equipment or anything. So that's unfortunate, but at the very least we do have a bunch of this stuff here, and I could probably just turn some of these copper blocks into ingots and then just sell ingots individually, or start crafting them and just sell them separately. So I think I'm gonna do that. Of course, we're gonna want some blocks to build with as well, so that way we have well, we have a decent set of stuff to decorate with, versus it just being a completely copper. But it's always night on this server, I swear. So I suppose we should probably find a good place to build this. Also, I want to double check, is Mysterious selling just straight up copper stuff? Selling copper blocks. 1 diamond for 32, 1 diamond for 2 stacks. And then this is just mixed copper stuff. Okay. Well, it's not terrible, I suppose, but we can do better than that. I definitely think somewhere along here, because the spawn island is a little crowded now, I could just take a stall in the mall, but I don't really want to do that. I want to make something somewhere that's actually like my own space, you know, my own little spot. Now I do have all of my shops kind of crowded together over there, so I could just do another one on that side. Actually, that little alcove there might be the perfect spot. Yeah, I am going to move this over a few blocks. Just a few. Don't tell Katie. Do you want to have this little area out the back that kind of expands the store a bit more? So maybe we can have a little bit bigger. Is that a square? That's a square. Nice. So there's this little entryway area here that goes further into the product area. Yeah. So I'm thinking for the windows, we're actually going to have copper bars going. So that should be pretty good. And then we just have tough kind of gumming up as well into the tough bricks. Of course, I ran out of tough bricks. Hold on. So we could start maybe doing a corner roof up to where this building is. But at the moment, let's go ahead and get our copper out to start decorating. How does that look? I like that. I like that. That sticks up just enough. Gives us just enough variety in the build. And then the copper can start going up straight from there. Just a few of those. Alright. So let's butter all these up. Everybody buttered. Butter? Why am I saying butter? It's wax. Okay, so then now we've got the mix of the slightly and mostly. Right? What is it? Slightly and then something else. Okay, this is kind of looking like a mustache. Like there's little eyes and then a mustache. Not sure how I feel about it. Yeah, not a huge fan of the copper stairs being down here because it really just it's too much blue, not enough orange. So let's get that out of here. Polished deep slate actually might be the way to go. I'm thinking that might actually look pretty nice. Let's find out though, because half the time I imagine blocks will look good and then they don't. Well, that already looks better, but now it really does look like a mustache. Look at that. See, it's a nice little extra corner there. That's actually really nice. I like that. I like that a whole lot. So now let's figure out this little in-between. I kind of want to maybe mimic this, but have it be slab so it's not as steep. So, just for kicks and giggles, I'm going to just get 32 slabs. See what happens. So, 33, sorry. I forgot the one odd one that I have. So, let's see. It's going to cover up a lot. What if I just straight up do that? Seriously. Okay, how does this look? Well, it's more mustachy, but I'm kind of liking it. Weirdly enough, I am kind of liking it. Just do another block. So that way we can hang little lanterns from them, because I know it's going to get dark like it currently is right now, and I'd rather not have things spawning and possibly blowing things up. Well, now he just looks fancy. Now it just looks extra fancy. This really can't unsee the mustache now that I've made it. I think our gradient is just a smidge too harsh. I feel like I should have had more blocks that aren't just copper to help mix in, but nah, I think it's good. I think it works. So now comes the interesting part of getting all the details in. So what I'm going to do is make a bunch of copper bars and copper chains and stuff. And what I want to do is I want to have the chains and bars opposite of the oxidizations of the blocks around them. So as we get to the greener blocks, it's going to be oranger chains, oranger bars. As we get towards the orange, it'll be bluer. Kind of give some contrast and hopefully not look terrible, but who knows. All right, that is solid. I like that. So now we just need to wait for those to start to oxidize. These, I feel like I can leave orange. Maybe I'll let these weather just a smidge at the ends here, but those I definitely need to make sure I wax. So let me actually go up and do that real quick. The actual window bars I'll have to figure out later because they're not at a place where I can wax any of them right now. But nah, this has come out really well. I'm really happy with that. So now let's go ahead and get ourselves just a little bit more detailing. Did they add copper buttons? Wasn't copper buttons supposed to be a thing with the golems? No. Huh. Now I'm thinking about it, I could add just a bit more details around here with some bars. And I could do a chain with another one of these on the corner of each of these. That way it stays nice and lit up. Oh, I didn't actually put any in here either. I decided to just AFK for a really long time just so I could let that copper go, and I think it actually turned out pretty well. Now you can see that I've let a lot of this start to oxidize, and a lot of it I've already waxed and gotten some of, but the bars in the windows here still need to kind of be weathered a bit. But as you can see, the bars in the windows have oxidized quite a bit, and I might need to adjust some of these, so I can come around and do that in just a bit here. But this is looking genuinely so good. And I've gone ahead and somewhere else I went ahead and spawned in a bunch of the copper golems so I can get the copper chests to start selling everything in. And I've got a few of them up here, and it looks like some of these have also oxidized as well, so that's perfect. But that is going to unfortunately be it for our episode today. It's a bit of a shorter one, but I really wanted to make sure that we got this done, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. So thank you everybody so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like, and if you really enjoyed, consider subscribing. As always, I really appreciate all of you who are here, and once again, thanks to our members of the channel. I appreciate y'all. And until the next video, I hope you all stay safe. I love you all, and I'll see you later. So until then, love you, goodbye, God bless, see ya.